in honor of Earth Day today, we're really touching the ground and feeling our relationship to it. A lot of times we can get so in our heads about all the things we have to do, all the things we need to accomplish in life, taking a couple moments to think like a tree, you know? A tree is just part of nature itself. It grows exactly where it is. For us, we have mobility. We can travel all across the world, maybe not right now, but normally. So, especially because of the times that we're in, to think like a tree, to see the joy, the beauty of simply being where we are, of connecting to the elements. Mother Nature and the earth is this energy that supports us. Our bodies are consciously just matter orbiting around this energy of who we are. If you think about it, every cell that you're made of comes from Mother Earth. It comes from the things we eat. And we can go a week without food. We can go a couple days without water, but we can't go 5 to 10 minutes without breath. And so thinking of these elements, that the earth underneath us is not only the space that supports us, but it's also the energy, it's the matter that feeds us, that creates our bodies. The water that we drink, it helps to move um, all of our toxins through our system. It helps to nourish us and to keep us feeling vibrant. And the breath, so thinking of nature, the earth, the water, the air, and the fire, well, the fire exists in each and every one of our hearts. And so we think of the earth underneath us, the water that moves us, the air that breathes us, and the fire within us. And so dedicating our practice to that today, let's come all the way down onto our backs. Let's take a moment, really just connect into the ground. Think of this as your check-in for Shavasana, corpse pose. You know, we come from the earth and we go back to the earth. So take this moment to really just allow your heels, your calves, your hips, a few moments to wiggle, like you're an earthworm. Wiggle the shoulders back, wiggle the head and neck back. Ground the shoulders, maybe wiggle the hips forward. Take these tiny fidgets, these tiny movements to just explore the space of your spine. Move the arms. And then find stillness. Find a moment to simply root your awareness into the ground. See, grounding is something we first do in our awareness. And when we're aware of the ground underneath us, our body naturally adapts to any changing patterns. If we start to feel off center, just by being aware of the ground, we'll notice it early on. We'll be able to calibrate to what we need. Can you feel the places in the body that are touching the mat? Can you feel the earth underneath you? And now, rather than doing this passively, take a moment to do it energetically. Push the backs of your hands, push your shoulders, press the back of your body into the ground. So think of the body as two hemispheres. The back half of the body in this pose is pushing into the ground, and that's making the front half of the body start to lift up into the sky. And so we're playing with these two ideas today. Become the bridge between the earth underneath you and the heavens above you by pushing everything you can downwards and lifting everything else upwards. You find yourself in the middle, growing in all directions. Okay, relax. Slowly take your arms, reach them back. Grab for your elbows, split your ankles nice and wide, then do a little sit-up. Pick up your shoulders, shimmy your upper body over to the left, lay your shoulders down to the mat. So the left side of the body from the hip to the armpit should be a little shorter, and this should facilitate a deeper stretch between the right elbow, right armpit, and right hip. Now take your right ankle, cross it over your left ankle, maybe scoot your hips a little bit more to the right. From the top view, the body should look almost like a crescent moon, allowing that space to enter the right side of your waist. Push your hands and your elbows into each other. Flex your toes back against your shin, squeeze your thighs, and press through your heels. Now, fill up with breath. Feel the earth underneath you. Feel the flow of blood, the water inside you. Feel your immediate relationship to nature, the breath that moves through you. Every breath in is a gift from nature, from the plants that create oxygen. Every breath out is our energy exchange. We give them back the very carbon dioxide they need. Together, we help each other, we heal each other. Come back through center, switch the cross of the elbows, open up your legs, pick up your shoulders, pick up your chest, bring your upper body over to the right. So the right side of the body a little bit shorter, the left side a little bit longer. Cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Flex your feet back against your shins. If it's accessible, you can do a little bit of a sideways sit-up, contracting that right side body to get a little more space on the left side. Now, as you flex the toes back, press through your heels. Take a deep breath in. Empty the breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to center. Stretch your body all the way long. Send your energy through the heels. Reach back through your fingers. Full body stretch, full body length, full body breath. Empty it out. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your left leg nice and long. Start to circle your right knee. As you circle the right knee, do so without the hands and just feel the way the thigh moves inside the right hip. Try to keep your hips and your glutes nice and stable on the mat. Avoid rolling them or twisting them, and just see how the feeling is experienced from the inner groin to the outer hip. Flex your right leg straight up towards the sky. Point your toes, roll your ankle around. And we give a little bit of love back to the feet, back to the ankles. By working the ankle mobility, by working the hip mobility, it helps us to protect the knees. So we want to feel the ground underneath the skin of the foot. Even wiggle your toes, open and close the toes. The more you can draw awareness to the skin of the foot, the more connected you'll be to the ground, the more natural that connection will be. Pull your right knee into your right armpit, breathe in. Exhale, supine twist. Press into your left heel, lift the hips, and then roll your right hip on top of your left hip. Center stack the pelvis. So if you have to shimmy the hips a little to the right, try it. And you allow the right hip to rotate as far as both of your shoulders and shoulder blades can stay grounded on the mat. Tee out or goal post your arms, then work your breathing fully in. Empty out. Inhale. Let go. Let's come back to center. Give the knees a quick squeeze. And then other side. Left knee comes in. Circle your left knee. As big of a circle as you feel is comfy or wonderfully uncomfortable. But notice if your hips are kind of rocking side to side, can you be relative in your practice? So relative to the degree that you can keep the pelvis nice and secure on the mat, start rolling the left thigh around. Hug the left knee in. Exhale. Extend your left leg straight up to the sky. Flex your legs straight. Flex that quadricep. You'll feel the hamstring stretch if you bring the knee closer to your chest. Then point and flex your foot and roll the ankle around. Spread your toes. Just really taking awareness as the foot that normally touches the ground is now reaching up into the sky. And finding that energetic bridge. Press your buttocks into the earth and then send your foot into the heavens. Pull your left knee into your chest. Exhale, supine twist. Use your right heel on the ground to lift your hips. As you lift the hips, can you stack left hip on top of right hip? Then ground both shoulder blades down to the mat. Tee or goal post your arms and breathe fully in. Empty out. Full. And empty. One more. Let go. Let's come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Try to keep your arms down for this, and then circle both knees around. Big circles. Okay? Keep your legs bent so that you can focus your awareness just on the way the knees are circling, which correlates to the movement from the thigh bone into the hip socket. Reverse your directions. And then extend your legs straight up into the sky, point the toes. Same thing, keep drawing those circles. You'll notice this is a little bit more challenging because the leverage from your knee all the way to your toes is now all the way into the hips. So you're feeling that as the legs get farther, it takes a little bit more work to bring them back together. And that should just feel energizing into your glutes, into your groins, and into your hip flexors. All right, knees hug into chest, grab behind your thighs, start to rock the length of your spine forward and back a few times. Come all the way up into a tabletop position, all fours. Now, firm your hands into the ground, stack your hips over your knees. In yoga and in the physical body, there's what's called these energetic spirals, so there's these double helix engagements. And so I'm going to turn, you can see this. There's two separate rotations that are happening in your arms in this position. So press into your thumb and your index finger, and you'll notice that your forearm starts to rotate inwards towards the center of your spine. As that happens, if it goes too far, you'll watch as the elbows start to point out. Relax for a second. Take the back of the tricep, wrap the back of the tricep under and in. So it first rotates the elbow towards your thigh, towards your knee, and then slightly in towards your spine. Now, if you go too far with this one, you'll watch as the hand starts to lift between the thumb and the index finger. And so you need both. It's two exact opposite rotations. The thumb and the index pressure down rotates the forearm one way, then the tricep wraps under, rotating that upper arm bone the other way. Okay? Thumb and index down, tricep wraps. Thumb and index down, tricep wraps. When you do both simultaneously, the physical effect is like wringing a towel. All of the muscles from the wrist all the way to the shoulder begin to engage. Even the muscles on your chest and on your back. To feel that, squeeze your hands towards each other and then pull your hands and your shoulders slightly back. And when every muscle fires just a little bit, then no muscle has to work alone by itself. And that's the idea. We're using the nature inside of our body to come together like a team. Wrap the triceps back, push your thumb and your index finger into the mat. Now, can you feel that engagement through the entire arm? It's okay if there's moments where you don't, just let it go for now. We'll really address it and keep working it through today's practice. Inhale, cow pose. Firm into your palms. Pull your shoulders back. Wrap the triceps under. Push the thumb and index finger down. Exhale, cat. Round and curl your spine. Press your hands down and forward. Contract your glutes. Inhale, cow pose. Triceps wrap. Thumb and index pushes down. Exhale, cat. Okay, go in and out of cat-cow a few times on your own. Just noticing those rotations in the upper arms, in the forearms, thumb and index finger. Just see how this relationship into your body, the way you're connecting into the mat, helps you to stay deeply rooted in your practice. Roll your head in circles. Let's come back to a neutral spine in 3, 2, and 1. Hover your knees. The knees also the thighs take another spiral. This is called the internal rotation. If you gaze towards me, I'll show you this and exaggerate it. When my thighs are centered, the knees, hips, and second toes all point in the same direction. When I do an internal rotation, the exaggeration you'll see in the feet, I'm rotating here from the inner thigh. As those inner thighs rotate, the toes will point in. This has an effect of actually tilting the pelvis. So roll your inner thighs back. See if that helps you to lift the back of the tailbone up. Then wrap triceps and push thumb and index finger. Take a deep breath in, hover your toes, or hover your knees. Exhale, go about halfway back into your down dog. And as you get into down dog, let's rotate. When you look back at your toes, roll your inner thighs back. Let's exaggerate this a little. The knees will start to turn inwards. The toes will also turn inwards. Notice what's happening, that feeling in your lower back and the engagement, the experience of the inner groins. And then do the exact opposite. Rotate your thighs externally so that the toes turn out and the heels click in. Do this a couple times. Inner thighs roll back. And then exhale, inner thighs roll out or forward. Inhale, inner thighs roll back. See if that helps you to lift the tailbone. Exhale, inner thighs rotate out. Now, if you go too far, it's just like when you were moving the triceps. If you roll the inner thighs too much, the toes and knees turn in. Now, this is actually a misalignment. It's going to put a little bit too much twist into the knee. So look at your legs. Roll the inner thighs back. Keep the energy of rolling the thighs back, but pull the outer shins back. Oddly enough, it's kind of ironic. You should end up exactly where you started, which is that your knees and your second toes point straight forward. But there's a feeling of energy that's moving through the inner groins. And don't worry, if that got a little bit confusing, we'll address it a few more times through practice. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step behind your hands, forward fold at the front of the mat. Grab for your elbows, hang for a moment, bend your knees as much as you need so that your rib cage just kind of lays on top of your thighs. Shake your head loose. Shrug out your shoulders. Let your body settle. Let your breath deepen. Fully in. Let go. Slowly release your arms down. Roll your body up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Okay. Feel the ground underneath you. Feel the energy of the blood moving through you. Feel the breath. It moves you. And feel the fire inside you. From standing, separate your feet either hip distance or bring the feet together, keeping a little bit of space between the heels. So let's work those spirals just in the legs. I want you to imagine the legs are like two tree trunks that are twisting in two opposing directions. This shape, if you really want to imagine it, is like a double helix. So as you find that helical engagement, it'll look like this. Roll your inner thighs back. That will turn the toes slightly in. Then hug your outer shins back. Another way that you can work this, if that one doesn't work so well for you, roll the inner thighs back, feel the buttocks move slightly back, and then simply just try to pull the ball mounds of your feet away from each other. And as you pull the ball mounds of the feet away from each other, it's going to help to take away some of that rotation. So let's find this together in mountain pose. Take your arms up into the sky. Feel your feet. Point your big toes slightly in, so the knees point right at the middle toes. Roll your inner thighs back. Pull the ball mounds of your feet apart or hug your outer shins back. Two distinctly separate rotations in each of your legs, helping to energize every single muscle so that no one muscle has to work too hard by itself. The key is just enough. The tendency is that when you're finding these engagements, you'll overdo it, and then you're like, oh my God, I've never stood like this. I'm starting to burn out and lose my breath. It's too much. It's good that you get excited about finding it, but then make it soft, make it sensitive, make it subtle. Inner thighs roll back a little, ball mounds pull out a little. Now, reach up to the sky. Same engagement in the arms. Wrap the back of the triceps in so the armpits turn in, and then turn the palms to face one another. And now you've got 4 of these double helix engagements, 2 in the legs, 2 in the arms. Now be the bridge. Be the bridge between the earth and the sky. Everything below your waist, you push down. And everything above the waist, you reach up. Be as tall as you can. Breathe fully in. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Close your eyes. If any of this ever gets too heady, just take a moment, let go, take a few breaths. Take with you what serves, leave the rest behind for another day. Gentle full in. Steady, empty exhale. Now choose your mantra. So I offer you too, if you're newer to using a mantra while you breathe, the word full is so helpful. When you inhale, silently repeat the word full. That's a gentle reminder to breathe all the way to the full edge of your lung capacity. When you exhale, the word flow. And that's a reminder, not just the quantity of the breath coming in, but the quality of the breath, that it's not harsh or aggressive, that there's a fluidity, a grace to it. If that is something that you like, go for it. If you're new to mantra, that's really the one that I recommend. If you want to get into this theme of Mother Earth, in Sanskrit, we say Jai Ma. Ma is the Mother Earth. Ma, just like mother, or matter, or Maya. And Jai just means victory. So when you inhale, it's Jai, because the breath coming in is a victory for the body. The inhale is life itself. It's what feeds us. And then the exhale, Ma, we're giving back to Mother Nature. So inhale, Jai. Exhale, Ma. If that's too esoteric, it's all good. Inhale, full. Exhale, flow. Let's start our Sane. Arms down by your sides. Mountain pose. Full breath in. Jai. Swan dive, forward fold. Flow. Halfway lift. Full breath. Jai. Step back. Hands to the mat. Flow. Feel Ma. Feel the earth underneath your palms. Root down into your hands. Now, can you work those helical engagements? Roll your inner thighs up into the sky. Balance the pressure from the big and pinky toe mounts. Pull your heels, or pull your ball mounts energetically apart. Now, press into your hands. Pull back. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Reach your arms down by your sides. Turn your palms face down to the mat. Tilt your chin slightly into your chest. First, start with all four limbs on the ground. Hands push down, tops of the feet kick down. Inhale, just lift your shoulders and chest. Tilt your chin down, brace the skull back. Feel the deep neck flexors, lifting the back of the head, lifting the neck, shoulders, and chest. Now, float the hands, float the legs. Roll your shoulders and your chest open and breathe. Reach from the tips of your toes to the top of your skull. Fully in. Exhale, slowly release. Take your palms together behind your back, interlace your fingers. Punch your knuckles towards your ankle bones, brace your skull. Inhale, bound locust pose. Feel your hands seal together. Feel the connection palm to palm. Press your pubic bone into the mat, lift the back of your heart. In every position, what touches the ground, you push down, and what doesn't touch the ground, you lift up. Fully in. Exhale, release. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Split your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on your heels. Crawl up to your fingertips, walk your hands forward. Lower your forehead down to the mat. Flip your palms to face the sky. Can you wrap the backs of the triceps under, so much so that you feel the space broadening in your upper back? Press the backs of your hands into the mat, then lightly pull your arms away from each other. Spatially, they don't move so much, but energetically, you should feel the upper back muscles engaging space. Full breath in. Let it go. Come to your mantra, Jai as you breathe in, or full. Flow into Ma. Full breath, Jai. Flow into Ma. Release your palms flush to the mat. Inhale, rise up to a tabletop pose. Exhale, high plank. Find that helical engagement. Wrap the triceps in. Press your thumb and your index fingers to the mat. Balance the kick into the ball mounts. Inhale. We do a full vinyasa or chaturanga dandasana. Exhale, high to low plank. Flip onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Find about 60 to 70% of your up dog so that you're not feeling any pressure in your lower back. Now, same idea. Wrap those backs of the triceps under and in. That should help to open the shoulders and chest. If you go too far, pay attention to the feeling on your hands. You'll feel the thumb and the index finger get light. So counter that, push, thumb and index finger down. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, roll your inner thighs back. Feel the rotation of the thighs helping to lift your tailbone. Pull the ball mounds of your feet energetically back and wide apart from each other. Now breathe. Full flow. One more. Full J for victory. Flow into Ma. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, travel forward, front of the mat. Half lift, full. Forward fold, flow. Mountain pose, J. Hands to prayer, Ma. Mountain full. Forward fold, flow. Half lift, full. High plank, hold. Victory, J as you breathe in. Lower halfway down, Ma. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, find your rotations. Elbows wrap under, thigh bones roll back. Inhale. Exhale, travel, front of the mat. Half lift, full breath. Forward fold, touch the earth. Mountain, reach to the sky. Hands to prayer, connect to the fire inside. Arms down, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, full of breath. High to low flow. Up dog, full. Down dog, flow. Bend both knees, full. Step or float, front of the mat. Half lift, full. Forward fold, flow. Chair pose, full. Pause. Take a moment, pull the thighs back. Exhale, fly your arms down by your sides. Really get the movement into your arms. Use the arms to help breathe into your shoulders and to breathe into your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms fly back. Inhale up. Exhale, arms fly back. Lift your heels, get up onto the ball mounds of your feet. Concentrate awareness on the skin of your feet from big to pinky toe. Challenge that awareness. Can you be balanced from big to pinky? Maybe start to get lower into your legs. Soften your gaze. Soften what's not necessary. Localize your awareness into the legs and into the ground underneath. Inhale, mountain pose. Heels go down, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, full breath. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, float your right leg high. Bend your knee, take big circles with your right thigh. Stabilize your pelvis. Notice if the hips are kind of shifting to the left. Can you move the right thigh relative to the stability of your hips? Kick your right leg back, point the toes. Big circles with the right leg. Feel the engagements, inner groin to outer hip. Kick back, breathe in. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Let's do this 3 times. Build a little fire into the belly. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, right knee, left armpit. Inhale, back. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to chest. Hold for one full cycle of breath. Push through your strong arms. Lift your thigh closer to your belly and step through low lunge. Push the ball mount of your back foot into the ground. Seal the left hand to the mat. Right arm tees out in line with the shoulder. Inhale, twist. Turn the belly, turn the ribs, turn the chest. Feel the ground. The helical engagements are still here now. Can you balance the pressure from the left pinky to the left big toe, from the right pinky to the right big toe, and from that left hand? With the left arm, think of wringing it out. Wrap the back of the tricep under. Push your thumb and index finger into the mat. Now, shrug your shoulders close together and farther apart. Be that bridge. In this case, the hemispheres of the body are across the center of the spine. The left side of the body pushes down with the left arm, and the right side pushes up. Breathe in. Exhale, release your right hand down to the mat. Inhale, crescent pose. Bend your left knee, lift your arms, lift your chest, rise. Helical engagements are here too. You imagine you can roll the inner thighs slightly back, but then hug the outer hips in so that your knees stay in line with your middle toes. Reach up through the arms. Breath in. Exhale, fly your arms down by your sides. As you float the arms down by your sides, find that line from the left heel to the top of the head. Imagine pushing the hands down into the heads of two fence posts. Lead with the left arm. Let it breathe with your body. Take that left arm, reach forward, send it up to the sky, pull yourself all the way up into your warrior two pose. Take a moment, straighten your right leg. Deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. Push your hands away. Pull the mat apart. Now inhale, bend the right knee, bend your elbow, squeeze your shoulder blades together and your feet towards one another. Exhale, straighten the legs, push away. Let's engage the breath. Inhale, bend the knee, pull in. Exhale, straighten, push away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knee, squeeze in. Feel that activation now. From the ball mount to the heel. From the outer right hip hugging in, point your knees in line with the middle toes. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow on top of the right thigh. Push elbow down and thigh up. Move that right hip in. Take the left arm. Think of your body less like you're reaching straight up to the sky and more like the spine as a human cross. From the top of the head to the left heel, find your diagonal line and then tee out your arms at 90 degrees from that line. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up, reach back. Left hand pushes on the back of the right palm. Send your hands into the heavens. Move and mobilize your shoulders around. The ability to wiggle the shoulders, to move the head, just breaks any fixations that might be blocking your movement patterns. Get down into your legs. Lift up. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse, bend your knees, hands to the prayer. Get a little sway going side to side. Feel the ground underneath your feet. Okay, as you find your legs, point the knees in line with the middle toes. Now hands to heart, one, feel the hands connect, or two, open your shoulders, open the chest, elbows and palms go up. Now lift your heels, get on those ball mounts. Little shifts side to side. Maybe you close your eyes. Sensitive of the feeling of the ground underneath you. Sensitive of the tiny shifts in your body weight and how that energizes the legs. Inhale up, mountain pose, or inhale up, star pose. Feet go flat to the mat. Parallel your feet. Point the big toes slightly in, slightly, just like you did in mountain pose. Bend your knees. Tee out your arms or hold your waist. Breathe in. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, take your bow to the mat. Find your double helix engagements. Inner thighs roll back, outer shins hug back. Place your hands to the mat. Use the mat underneath the skin of the palms. Push down. Bend your elbows. If you have the flexibility in the legs, walk your fingers so they're in line with your toes. Then bending the elbows, you press the hands down and forward as you drag the heels back. Find a little lift in the back of the heart. 2 to 3 breaths. Can you find your helical engagements? The inner thighs roll back, that lifts the buttocks. The outer shins hug back, that engages the outer legs. The backs of the triceps wrap in, and you push the thumb and index finger down. There's your back, there's your chest. One more breath, full. Flow. One more for Mother Earth. J, victory to the breath. Feel Ma, feel earth underneath you. Half lift, go to your fingertips. Exhale, low lunge to the front. So in the beginning, that was the warm-up. You're welcome to just do a twisting low lunge here, or we take this into Vashisthasana. Now, start slow. Less about where you end up, more about the expression of how you get there. Tee out the right arm, turn your belly, turn your ribs, turn your chest. 1, you stay here. 2, roll to the outer edge of your back foot. Flex your left toes back against the shin, heavy. Press the blade of your left foot into the mat. Press your left hand into the mat. The more you feel the earth underneath the left side of the body, the easier and the lighter the right leg's gonna feel. It'll begin to lift to the sky. Can you sweep the right leg back? Full expression of Vashisthasana for today. Press the pinky blade of the right foot and the right hand up into the heavens as the left pinky blade and left hand push into the ground. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Fully in. Let it go. One more. Roll the thighs. Roll the triceps. Feel the ball mounts. Feel the hands. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knee, circle open your thigh. As you take those big circles, feel the glutes. Notice your hips. Are your hips kind of rolling side to side? Can you move the thigh relative to your ability to keep the hips centered? Kick your left leg straight back. Continue to find those big circles. Notice how straightening the leg now adds a certain quality of intensity to the movement of the glute and the inner groins. Kick back, breathe in. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale back. Exhale to the right. Inhale back. Exhale to the left. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to chest. Pause and breathe. Root down through the ground. Pull your thigh up into your chest. Lift that landing gear. Exhale, step through low lunge. Right hand pushes into the ground. Left arm tees out in line with the left shoulder. Inhale, twist. Turn your belly. Turn your ribs. Turn your chest. Feel the connection to the earth. Everything that's touching the ground, push into Mother Earth. And everything else, lift into the sky. Be in the middle, the bridge between the earth and the heavens. Feel the space and the energy flowing through you. Breathe in. Exhale, release your left hand down to the ground. Hover the hands. Now just the feet work for this. Inhale, Crescent Pose, rise up. Stack your back heel up over the back toes. Balance the pressure from big to pinky. Roll the inner thighs back, yet hug your outer hips in and center the knees with the middle toes. From the hips down, you push. From the hips above, you reach. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward, fly your arms by your sides. Palms face down to the mat, lift the back of the heart. This is like you did when you were laying down on the ground. Feel that lift in the back of the spine. Take the right arm, reach forward. Let the right arm breathe with you. Sweep it up, warrior 2. Deep breath in. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, push the world away. Push it open. Exhale, stay. Now inhale, bend your left knee, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades in, squeeze your feet in. Exhale, push open. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, press open. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep pulling the left heel back. That left hip, hug it under. Take the left forearm, push on top of the left thigh. Adjust, gyrate the pelvis so that you can find one straight line from the right heel to the pelvis to the top of the skull. Think of the spine like a human cross, hands to the heart, and then wing out those arms 90 degrees from the spine so that you feel the length, the spread of the wings, the length of the spine, and the depth of the breath. Hold the lunge. Inhale, reverse. Level your hips. Take the right hand, push on the back of the left hand. Pull up on the sides of the waist. Now reach up and over the right side hip. Deep inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. As you come up into your star, take a moment. Push into this giant X pattern. Think everything from the center of the body is just reaching out, reaching into the world around you. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, pull it in, horse. Inhale, star, spread. Exhale, horse, concentrate. Inhale, star, expand. Exhale, horse, contract. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Little side-to-side movement. So for side lunges, turn your big toes slightly forward, then bending into your right knee. If you need to turn the toes out, see what feels right. The lower you go, the more you might have to turn the foot out so the knee stays in line with the middle toes. Inhale up. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Prioritize knee in line with the middle toes. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. If you want to go lower into Skandasana, flex the left toes back, sitting only as low as you're willing to rise without rushing, without momentum. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Couple moments to go side to side on your own. For a challenge, try to stay low with your hips, but keep your spine nice and tall. Work your breath. Coming back to the mantra. We meet in center in 3. Star pose. 2. 1. Inhale up. Parallel your feet. Clamp your palms together behind your back. Open your shoulders. Open your chest. Lift the back of your heart. Breathe in. Exhale. Chest expanding, standing wide, straddle bend. Bend your knees. Tilt your pelvis. To tilt the hips, we use the spirals. The inner thighs roll back. That lifts the buttocks. The outer feet pull from each other. That engages the outer legs and outer glutes. Everything engages just a little, so nothing works alone. Bring the body together like a team. Gentle full in. Open your heart and breathe out. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Hands down to the mat. Peace finger, thumb wrap either the big toes or grab the outside edges of the feet. Now, half or quarter lift your chest. Exhale, pull your elbows wide. Lift the back of your head and neck. Can you find both the length of the spine as you tilt the pelvis? If you tilt too much, that the spine rounds, that's too much in one direction. If you don't tilt at all, you won't feel anything on the backs of the legs. That's too much in the other. Work those sides of the road. Find the middle. Long stretch through the legs. Long length in your spine. Full breath in. Exhale, pull. Hands underneath shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Left arm tees out in line with the left shoulder. Inhale, twisting lunge. This is position 1, right? Push into the right hand. Position 2, you just roll to the blades of the feet. Now, you don't have to get anywhere. Can you push the right side of your body, right hand, right pinky blade down? Move those shoulder blades in and out. Be the bridge that pushes and holds the earth and the sky from each other. Stay, or if you want to express the space, if you feel rooted in the mind, rooted to the ground underneath you, push heavy down with the right side until that left side gets light, it starts to lift. Be a star pose, tilted on its side. Press the blade of the left foot and the left hand high. Full breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, there's our flow today, yogis. Come into child's pose. Let's take 3 breaths. Turn your palms to face the heavens, just as a gesture of receiving in the mind and an open space for the upper arms and for the back. Full in. Empty out. Full, J. Flow, Ma. Keep breathing. The nature that exists outside of you also exists within you. It's simply a matter of magnification, where you see the earth on the outside or from the bones on the inside, where you see the waters from the rivers to the oceans on the outside or through the blood on the inside. As you connect to the nature inside yourself, as you connect to the nature outside yourself, you start to feel the interconnection between all things. Let this move your practice. Inhale. Empty. You can do this. Inhale. Palms down, exhale. With the mantra, inhale, rise, full. Tabletop, tuck your toes, down dog, flow. Inhale, knees bent. Exhale, travel, front of the mat. Half lift, full. Forward fold, flow. Chair pose, full. Arms float back, lift your heels, flow. Heels down, inhale, mountain. Swan dive, forward fold, flow. Half lift, full. High to low plank, flow. Up dog, full. Down dog, flow. Right leg high, full. Just once, knee to chest, flow. Pause, pull the thigh bone in, full. Step through low lunge, flow. Straight to crescent, full. Lean forward, fly the arms, flow. Left arm forward, use it, warrior 2 rather, full. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knee, squeeze in. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Star pose, full. Horse pose, flow. Rise, full, spread. Parallel the feet, exhale, bow. Half lift, full. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Right arm out, inhale, twist. Exhale, roll to the blades of the feet. Pause, or inhale, Vashisthasana with the option for star. Exhale, high to low. Up dog, full. Down dog, flow. I'll change the mantra now for J Ma. You can continue to use fuller flow or come with me. J means victory. Ma means mother, mother nature. So we connect to the earth on Earth Day. Left leg high, J. Exhale, pull in, Ma. Pause, J, lift. Step through, Ma. Crescent pose, J. Arms fly, Ma. Right arm leads, J, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten the legs, Ma. Squeeze in, J. Extended side, Ma. Reverse warrior, J. Warrior 2, Ma. Star, J. Horse, Ma. Rise, J. Bow, Ma. Half lift, J. Low lunge, Ma. Left arm out, J. Twist, Ma. Roll to the blades of the foot, J. Maybe you start to sweep the left leg back. Exhale, high to low plank, Ma. Up dog, J. Down dog, Ma. This last round, as we go one more time, breath to movement, I'll just be using inhale and exhale. So that means it's up to you which mantra you want to take. See what serves. Either physical, a little bit more practical, full and flow, or that esoteric, feeling the energy, feeling the theme of today. Touch the earth with J-Ma. Exhale the air from your lungs. Inhale, knees bent. Exhale, travel. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, empty. Inhale, chair. Exhale, arms fly. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Pause, lift the landing gear, breathe in. Step through, exhale. Rise, inhale. Arms fly, exhale. Warrior 2, inhale. Straighten your legs, exhale. Bend the knee, pull in. Extended side, spread wide. Reverse, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Star, inhale. Horse, exhale. Rise, inhale. Fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Right arm out. Inhale, twist. Exhale, roll to the blades of the feet. Stay, or inhale, star pose, side plank. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Left leg up, inhale. Knee to chest, exhale, pause. Lift the landing gear, inhale. Step through, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Arms fly, exhale. Warrior 2, inhale. Exhale, straighten, expand. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, up, parallel the feet. Exhale, tilt and bow. Half lift, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Left arm out, inhale, twist. Exhale, roll to the blades of the feet. Stay or inhale, star pose or side plank variation. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, right leg high, don't you worry. Exhale, half pigeon pose. Right knee goes outside the right wrist, right ankle towards the left hip. Walk up onto your fingertips. Now start to walk the hands back. Brace your core. Pull the front ribs, hip points towards the navel. Now that back leg wants to rotate. So notice, are you heavy on the big toe or the pinky toe? Tendency is you'll be on the big toe and you'll see the pinky lift. Can you balance the pressure kicking evenly from big toenail to pinky toenail? That's going to create that little internal rotation of the left inner thigh. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Let your breath move through you. Full. Flow. J. Ma. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Half pigeon. Set up your legs, left knee towards the left wrist, left ankle towards the right hip. Balance the kick from the right big toenail to the right pinky toenail. Brace your core, uplift your chest. Find the quality of your breath. Scissor squeeze the legs towards each other. Use the breath to find space within yourself. Downward facing dog. Inhale, slide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. We're going to take bound locust variation right into floor bow. So feel the rotations in the legs, feel the openness in the chest. Hook your thumbs behind your back, spread the fingers nice and wide. Roll your shoulders and your chest open, tilt your chin in towards your throat, but lift, brace the back of the head up. Now inhale, lift your legs. Turn on every muscle in the back of your body. Where you touch the ground, the pubic bone, press down. Everything else, lift up. Breathe in. Bend your knees, squeeze your heels towards your butt. Grab the pinky blades to the outer shins. Kick into your legs. Roll your shoulders against the kick. Fire up your chest. If it feels okay, you brace the skull back. Begin to lift the chin, expose and stretch the throat. Breathe. Slowly release down to the mat. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, rise. Have a seat. Sweep the legs out in front of you. Roll down onto your back. Set up your bridge pose. Slide your heels nice and tight to your hips. Elbows to the sides of the mat. Point your fingers and your forearms up into the sky. Wiggle the shoulder blades under. Press the shoulders down. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Push down from the big to pinky toe. Pull back with your heels. Feel the hamstrings and the glutes both engaging the lift. Full body breath in. Exhale, slowly release. One breath. Full, J. Flow, Ma. Take your hands this time, grab underneath the sides of the mat. Imagine ripping that mat apart in two. Press into the legs, lift your hips, wiggle the shoulder blades under. Pull back with the heels, push down with your big toes. Feel inner groins, outer glutes, and hamstrings turned on. Fully in. Exhale, slowly release. One more round, bridge pose. Elbows by the sides, work the shoulder blades under. Inhale, lift, pull back with your heels. Take your hands, bind them together, interlace the fingers. Wiggle your shoulders under, push the length of your arms into the mat. Tilt your chin in, brace the back of your head down. Press evenly into the big and pinky toes. Notice if your knees are splitting wide. Can you remember those rotations? Inner thighs roll back. That's going to give some space to your lower back and sacrum. Exhale, slowly release. Now this last one's up to you. If you want to take this into full wheel, remember the rotations. The tendency is that the toes turn super wide and the knees poke super far out. That's going to stretch the inner groin, but also possibly compress the lower back. We want to find that neutral alignment. Hips, knees, second toes in that straight line. So place your hands underneath your shoulders. Come up to the top of your head. Check in with your feet. Can you turn the big toes slightly in? Roll those inner thighs back. With the hands, turn the hands slightly open. Wrap those triceps in. Then start to straighten. Take a few breaths to calibrate, to notice. Then maybe you come halfway down top of the head. Make a couple little arrangements. See. Explore. Do what you've always done. You'll get what you've always got. Play with those rotations in the thighs. When the lower back tells you you've got space to play, then you go a little deeper to the pose. Maybe start to walk your hands back towards your heels. You go as far as the breath is full and fluid. You go as far as you feel deeply rooted, joyful in the heart, joyful in the practice. There's nowhere that you have to get to. Can you learn to be a tree? Be where you are. Flourish where you are. Grow roots, grow leaves, and bear fruit where you are. Slowly lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. One hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Connect to the beat of your heart and the rhythm of your breath. Knees hug wide, happy baby. Grabbing either for the shins or for anywhere between the knee to the ankle or blade of the foot. Choose based on your ability to ground your shoulders and your buttocks down. Pull with the back of your body, kick with your legs. Breath fully in. Empty out. Full. Let it go. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab behind the thighs. Slowly rock the length of your spine. Last pose, extend the legs straight out in front of you. Bend your knees a little. Walk those thighs back. Take your arms, reach up. Exhale, tilt your pelvis forward. Start with a generous bend on your legs. Start with your chest, just barely touching the thighs, but put a little hover. Just enough that those back muscles turn on. When you find the hover, lift the ribcage forward. Be the earthworm. Start to lift, lift, and lift, drawing the spine out of the hips. To the degree that you can keep your spine just hovering over the thighs, push down into your heels. Begin to flex your quads, maybe straighten the knees. Gaze down, feel the length on the back of the neck. Take the arms, reach them forward. With your mantra. Full. Flow. Slowly rise. Exhale. Final Shavasana. Scoot forward in your hips. Lower all the way down to your back. A well-deserved, well-earned moment of rest for the body and rest for the mind. Take your arms down by your sides. A few moments to wiggle, to fidget, to squirm. Then let the fidgets go for a few moments. Just accept, allow, and acknowledge this beautiful place of stillness within yourself. Take energy away from the physical body. Reallocate everything to just the beauty of the breath. Full body inhale. Holding at the top, what can you soften? What can you relax? Empty the breath. Fully in. Relax and empty. Now breath by breath gets softer, sweeter than the one that follows. Choose to lay down for meditation or to sit nice and tall, taking your time as you get there. The elements that exist in what we call the external world are replicated in the inside. Imagine your bones are like logs of wood. The muscle that surrounds them, when tense, is like rope, binding the wood. Imagine these logs being held underwater. The muscles have a high water content, and the bones are more hollow. So relax your physical body. Imagine the bones begin to float as the ropes of the muscles completely relax. Let the front of your body fall into the back of your body. We come from the earth. Return your body to the earth. Yet the spirit is made of light. So as your physical body gets heavy, feel the lightness. Feel the sense of floating. This relative experience we call life, encased in duality, where heaviness and lightness go hand in hand. Hot and cold, contracted and relaxed, darkness and light. See yourself now as a part of that nature. Imagine yourself sitting there or laying down. See it from a third point perspective, as if you are now just floating in the ceiling above you, looking down at your body. As a spirit freed from the boundaries of the physical world, imagine yourself starting to float upwards into the sky. And as you rise, keep looking down. See your body completely relaxed. Keep rising above the tree lines towards the clouds. Yet still you see your body laying there, completely relaxed. Rise above the clouds, into the heavens. Picture the earth. Yet remember, see this point where you are, laying there, completely relaxed. Just as we work the spirals in the arms and in the legs, watch the earth spin. See yourself laying there on the earth, moving in perfect harmony with its rotation. Keep zooming out. Picture the solar system, the sun at the center, the third planet in, our home, our Mother Earth. See the earth spin. See it dance around the sun. See yourself a part of that dance. Like the eye of a perfectly poised ballet dancer, moving in harmony with the entire cosmos. Start to come back in. Come back to the earth. See your body laying there with the earth's rotation. Keep zooming in. See the clouds. See the trees. Come back to this place, just above yourself, whether you're laying or seated. yet remember. Reality is based on perspective. It is a narrow mind that grips and holds tight to its beliefs. The more we defend, the smaller our reality becomes. Yet when we free ourselves from the concentration of our belief system and identities, when we open our minds, when we zoom all the way out, when we zoom all the way in, we start to recognize the imbalances are nothing more than a conception of the mind. We are not just part of this world. We are the world itself. Just as the eyes of a ballet dancer are part of the whole, each of us, though we might be separated for a time, we are never alone. The very earth we sit on connects us to each other. The very breath we take connects us to the plants, to Mother Nature. Water cycles from drinking to evaporation to the clouds, then back again. So may the cycle of elements that exist around you be a constant reminder, a reflection of the beauty, the force of nature that lies within. The earth underneath us, the sky and heavens above us, the water that runs through us, the sun, the fire inside. Taking hands to prayer, I bow to that sameness, to that light that connects us to each other. Touching thumbs to third eye center. May your discernment, your knowledge, your intuition guide you to these realizations. May you experience them rather than simply contemplate them. Namaste.